Okay, sneak peek, I'm recreating the obstacle avoidance. So this blue guy here is the one that has the updated script. The red guys are just the default AI. So as you can see, they're just going to walk into this wall here and they're going to push all the boxes and stuff out of the way. Whereas this guy will actually try to avoid the majority of the stuff on the map. So you can see he's trying to just get around the barrel of the boxes, even though they're not static, so they can be moved around. So yeah, it's not perfect, but it does work pretty well. They definitely have some wacky rotations, so definitely bad for your hips turning that fast, but it works. I mean, if you look at the stock AI over there, just having a nice time running into that wall. And this guy is quite happily moving around. I mean, they can get stuck on corners, especially for things like the walls, which are not going to be able to get pushed at all, because the collision range, like, it will sort of detect this sort of bit as straight ahead as a sort of clear area, but obviously the wall's going to still be there on the side. So I mean, you could fix it by like adding more raycasts sort of ever so slightly to the side, but you know, it's a toss up between whether you want to keep the raycast to a minimum for performance or not. So you can see there, like, he hits the edge of the basket and just sort of pushes it ever so slightly, but if the baskets were set to be as like non-movable, then he would probably get stuck. As you can see, he's quite happy just going on around. Obviously there's a lot of dynamic objects for him to avoid here, so he is definitely having a hard time trying to work out exactly how to get around everything. And as you can see, these ones with the white border around them are the normal static objects, which is what the default pathfinding will avoid anyway, which is obviously better than the dynamic version I've added in, but it does, you know, it does the job. And as I say, normally you won't want to have 600 dynamic boxes just around. Your map like this, but this is just stress testing him to see if he will actually get around okay. So let's just drop in a few more. And now they're going to go crazy because they're going to try and avoid each other as well as everything else. And you're going to get weird results like that guy walking on top of the basket and stuff, because, well, they're just a bit crazy. So already we have one of the AI, stock AI, just stuck in the wall there. Oh, that guy wants to push this basket out of the way. You can see these two are doing a little synchronized dance around the corner here. As I say, it's definitely not perfect, but it's, you know, an improvement on just face planting into a wall. Let's just slide this back up. Oh, okay, so you can see these two have got stuck. They didn't find their path around the wall in time. this guy's decided to go over for some reason. He's like, oh yeah, there's a mountain, let's just climb it. So we can see that they've tried to get around, but unfortunately they haven't managed to reach the turning angle in time. Oh look, they've managed to push some of the other guys free. Oh yeah, they've both become free. Because they can detect each other, if someone else like blocks their path, even if they're stuck, occasionally they'll free themselves because they'll be like, oh, we need to turn out the way, and then it'll sort of free the other guy. As I say, the wall is definitely the biggest obstacle because they can't push it at all, so the wall will just not move and it will not give, so they'll get stuck on the corners and stuff. Whereas the boxes and the baskets can be sort of moved. If they don't turn quite enough, it doesn't matter, they can just sort of push it out of the way and go, oh well, we tried. As you can see, there's a lot of obstacles in like close succession like this. They sort of do a lot of spinning backwards and forwards trying to work out which one they need to avoid until they can find a path out. And they're also obviously following a set route here, which is the path that actually goes through this rock, along here, around here to the start there, and then up here is the start of the other path, and it goes back round through this path, down here and round here, and then through that wall there, which is why the wall is an actual obstacle in the way, because the path is set to go straight through this wall. Oh, you can see there's another guy here got stuck.